Welcome. Ooh, my glasses. Might not be wearing these. Welcome to my channel. Today I'll be talking about my 26-week bump and my symptoms and everything that goes with that. I just have a few things that are pretty much different from 24 weeks. One thing I do want to mention before I get into symptoms and everything, I mentioned in my last video how I really liked this Smooth Move tea and how it works for me. And I just want to say that if you are pregnant, I do not need to tell people to go drink that, because apparently I talked to my midwife about it and she said it can actually cause people to have contractions. She said I was okay to keep using it if I don't use it all the time, like just periodically. And because I was using it for so long before I was pregnant, I should be fine. So I just want to say, disclaimer out there, talk to your health provider before you start drinking Smooth Move and see what they have to say about it. As far as for me, it works great and I really love the taste. It works great for me. I don't have any issues. I haven't had any contractions caused by the tea or anything. I'm feeling just fine. But yeah, do check with somebody before you start drinking that tea. But let's get into some symptoms. 26 weeks, one thing that started was acid reflux. I had really bad acid reflux, getting worse and worse, and it got to the point where it makes me want to start to throw up. I know Tums, one, they don't really help. They might alleviate the pain for a little bit, but actually they're not good to take while you're pregnant because it can leave deposits on your placenta. Or this is what my midwife was telling me, it can leave deposits on your placenta. And so like when you birth the placenta, you can actually see where like your placenta has hardened if you take like a crap ton of Tums, which with the amount of acid reflux, if I would have been taking Tums at the same time, it would have been a crap ton of Tums. Instead, I looked at possibly doing, I know you can do baking soda, like a small scoop of that in some water and just drink it, and then you kind of just burp it all out. But my midwife also said that it's not really good to do that either. That might deposit on your placenta as well. I'm not positive on the baking soda. I know for sure Tums does that, but she had a reason for me not to do the baking soda as well. She said the best thing to do is do a shot of apple cider vinegar and just do a quick shot of that and it should go away. The taste was terrible, but that worked so well. It was so fast, it tasted so bad. It alleviated that terrible acid feeling in my throat and I didn't want to throw up anymore. So that was a really huge thing. I would advise you to try that because that's a super good tip. The next thing that is pretty common in pregnancy, and I did not know until now that I'm pregnant, my gums bleed whenever I brush my teeth, and I just brush my teeth like normal. I use a soft toothbrush. I don't brush hard. I brush like I normally do, and I have really bloody gums. Sounds really gross, but so I thought there was something wrong with my gums or I was starting to get some kind of infection, and my midwife said that that's just another pregnancy symptoms. Pretty crazy. Another thing is that I have been having issues with hair loss. Generally, from what I've heard, just from friends and family and articles that I've read, most women don't struggle with that till postpartum, but I'm having a lot of hair loss during my pregnancy. Started doing a hair mask, or it's a scalp mask once a week, and it's supposed to strengthen your hair strands at your scalp. I could take biotin, that's something else I could look at doing, but something else I did was I did give myself a trim. I do cut my own hair. My hair was doing great after that, so I think I'm just gonna do another trim in a few weeks, then keep doing that hair mask once to twice a week. that's looking like it's helping me now. I'm still losing a lot of hair, but I don't feel like it's just all over the place, because Chip was literally, he'd pick up any of his clothes or would go anywhere and my hair would be somewhere on it. But that's just gonna happen when you have long blonde hair anyways. There's blonde hair everywhere. So the next thing that is kind of weird that I've been experiencing is some things taste like fishy to me. I asked my midwife if that was if I was deficient in some kind of vitamin, is why I was tasting fish for different things. Like we have these little blueberry muffin biscuit things that sometimes we'll eat for breakfast, and I can't eat those right now because they just taste like fish to me. And there's been other things too that taste like fish. It's not just that, but I just thought that was a really bizarre, weird symptom. And she said that sometimes just when you're pregnant, your taste buds change. You can taste some really weird stuff. That's pretty normal. She wasn't worried about it, so I wasn't worried about it. It's just certain things I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound too good, because last time I had it tasted like fish. Another thing that started week 25, 26 was pubic bone pain, which what I looked up, it was talking about how your pubic bone starts to soften to prepare for labor and birth and delivery and everything. So I'm guessing it's softening because it is extremely painful to get out of bed, to put pants on, to like walk down the stairs or anything like that where I'm having to move my legs a lot or lift myself up. I'm having a lot of pubic bone pain. So that's another normal thing. Some things that have helped me: bouncing on my yoga ball at night, which I really love. That just feels amazing. Every pregnant woman needs a yoga ball. Something else that my midwife told me that would help, because what hurt the most was getting out of bed. So she told me to, if I kept my knees together whenever I got out of bed, that would help me keep from having such bad pain. So since I've been doing that, it's been better, but it's just part of it. It kind of comes and goes. It's not always super terrible, but it can be pretty bad at the same time. Something else that's kind of funny that started was if I sit on a bench or a hard metal chair for too long, my left leg will go numb. Asked my midwife about that too, and she said that it's totally normal, because if I'm sitting for long periods of time, or if I'm if it's cutting the circulation off of my leg, there's just a lot more blood flow, a lot more weight that I have right now. So she says that can just happen from time to time, and that's perfectly normal. So it doesn't happen all the time, it's just every now and then. If I sit too long in a chair, a hard chair, it does that. The last thing is that Nora is loving to be on my right side. Her little bum and feet, I can feel all on my right side, and her little hands, I can feel them all around my belly button. Yeah, she just moves all the time, but she really loves to kind of lean on my right side. So that's pretty cute and really sweet. Those are all of my symptoms. Now you guys can see my bump update. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.